So the question is, if you're a long hauler, where do you start? Well, the first thing you need to get right is your own mind. And some of you guys might already be there. Some of you are in the midst and turmoil of what's gone on with you and the emotional effect that's had on you and your family. And the types of things I'm talking about are a set of feelings, commonly known as grief cycle, but the grief cycle doesn't always work in the order that it's shown generally. More than being a prescriptive thing that you have to go through each emotion in order. Some people don't experience all the emotions. Some people flick in and out of some of the emotions. Some people do go through the sequence in order. The thing that you need to be clear about is that you have a perfect right to feel the way you feel. And unless you accept that and accept those feelings, you're going to actually slow down your recovery. So some of the feelings you're likely to experience would include depression, denial, bargaining, pleading for a greater force to remove the symptoms from your life, anger and frustration, and the final one at some point, hopefully, is acceptance. Acceptance allows you to start working on what you've got rather than wishing for what you had. And that's a really important step. Until you can get your mind around what's going on with you, realize what your problems are, you can't do anything to change it. So there is no magic formula to bring you through all of this. You just need time on your own, and you need to think through what you want and where you want to go with it all. And it's that time that actually brings you to the place where you need to be. And the next thing you need to do before you can really start work is to talk to your doctor. If you start to look into the effects of COVID long term, there's a range of things going on there. They all stem back to the same problem, and that's scarring of the lung. And the scarring of the lung affects how oxygen is drawn into your bloodstream. And the lack of oxygen in the bloodstream affects how your muscles work, which in turn puts them onto a different fuel system. And it's that fuel system that causes the pains and the aches. It's the same fuel system that you would use if you were doing a 400-800 meter sprint around the track. It's the same full fuel system that causes that burning sensation, the pain in the muscle when you weight lift, or the burning in your gums when you've worked really, really hard. So the long and short of it is that you're likely to have some sort of heart problems there as well, possibly. I don't mean to cheer you up any more than you already are. None of this is a done deal. So you need to talk to your GP and figure out what you're actually dealing with. And when you figure out what you're dealing with, then we can work around that and do stuff with that. So if you have heart problems, that isn't the end of it. It's only the end of it if we don't know you've got them and we end up bumping you off. So the general gist is figure out what you're dealing with, and then we can deal with it. So go to your GP, tell them that you want to do some sort of low intensity exercise, and then we can get going. If the GP's happy, you're happy, I'm happy, but you need to take that first step first.